Subaru XV was launched not too long ago, and it's the smaller crossover in the Subaru range. You can see got very almost aggressive lines, I'd say, and the front end looks pretty aggressive to me over here. Really smart looking alloy wheels, and of course, being the crossover in the range, the roof racks, the cladding, everything to tell you that this is, as is very common and very popular these days, designed to look like it can do a bit of off-roading. And we'll get to the off-road side of things a bit more just now. You come around, of course, to the rear of the vehicle, and you can see pretty spacious in the back seat as well. Got lots of legroom, lots of space for the smaller family, 4 to 5 seater, very comfortably over here, and nicely trimmed. Of course, this is the top of the range model, and you can see it's got your leather trim, got all the features you would want, moving towards a more luxurious type of feel to it. And of course, to the rear hatch over here, which opens up to a boot of approximately 330 litres in standard form. Of course, you can drop the rear seats as well. Unusually a very high floor to the boot, but what it does, of course, hide is a full-sized spare wheel, which is nice as well. So very useful to have that. You close the rear hatch and you'll see, of course, it does tell you one of the things about Subaru, which is the symmetrical 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive system that, of course, all Subarus do have, giving you, of course, gravel road traction, as well as, for example, safety on wet roads, things like that. So you do have that assurance over here, and rear park distance control, as you can see. Just very good looking lines and a neat looking vehicle. Let's take a look on the inside now. Behind the wheel of the Subaru XV, you can see the dash in front of you over here. And just to show you a few quick features is I've done 475 kilometers on this test. And if you look at that very interesting extra section above the center dash where it gives you various information, you'll see we've averaged 7.4 liters per 100 kilometers for this whole test period, which I think is very good consumption for a vehicle of this sort. You come down to a very neat and clear touchscreen, which really is impressive. Very good navigation system as standard, and of course you do have your reverse camera as well, which makes life very easy for you. And down to, of course, your controls over here and your dual zone climate control as well. Standard on the Subaru, of course, is a CVT automatic transmission, which I find very smooth in general usage. And then down here you'll see electronic parking brake, and of course he'll hold control over here, and this button, which is very interesting and very useful as well. And a little press of that button actually puts you into what they call X mode. And if you look again at the center screen, you'll see over here it just gives you that little bit of extra usage on off-road situations and when you go a little bit rougher. Actually very useful, very neat. And when I took it on a bit of a rough piece of road the other day, it certainly came in useful, and I found it very neat and very interesting. Overall, of course, the Subaru XV is powered by the very familiar Subaru horizontally opposed, as they term it, 4-cylinder engine. It's a 2-liter engine, non-turbo in this application, putting out 115 kilowatts and 196 newton meters of torque. I certainly find it more than adequate for the vehicle, and it certainly does go extremely well. And you can see generally the trim on the car, the matching leather stitching, the matching stitching in the leather seats, matching the color, which, well, colors are a choice, of course, and very much your choice in the vehicle, but it does give it quite a nice touch. Standard on this model as well is the sunroof, which I love, and of course you just have a simple little cover like that, which you can pull closed, and you can see just the upmarket feel to the dashboard with the almost leather feel to it with the stitching. Certainly tells you you are in a very upmarket top level vehicle. One of the other very big features of the XV and coming into the Subaru range, of course, is their suite of safety technology that they term Eyesight. This is amazing technology. If you use the cruise control over here, it's an active cruise control system which you use and set, and which actually, and I've tested it a number of times, can tell you it does work. It really does use active cruise control systems. In other words, it matches the speed to follow the vehicle in front of you and will brake, slow down, accelerate automatically in cruise control mode automatically and do all of that for you. Obviously has the emergency braking. It also, on the camera system, has features like cross traffic warning and items like that, that if I'm busy reversing and there's a vehicle, it will first of all show me over here on the screen, and secondly you'll see over here on the mirror where it not only picks up lane departure warning and vehicles approaching on the sides, but also picks it up for cross traffic warning in the rear as well when you're in reverse mode. So it certainly has all the safety features that you possibly are going to want from this vehicle as well, and it's nice to have all of them. And really, Subaru award-winning Eyesight technology, I give that the thumbs up very, very much. This model costs you 450,000 Rand, which I think in the South African market and context is very, very competitive. And in the medium crossover stroke SUV segment, it's very competitive. Subaru always being very much a left field choice, but I think it definitely comes into contention along the way. You're looking for a vehicle of this type, crossover SUV, medium-sized for your family? Check this one out. I think you may be very pleasantly surprised. For Motor Matters, I'm Alan R, and I'll see you next time.